Welcome to the Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle, and for the next 2 months we have something very special and new, our first sequel adventure. The Diselderly Conduct crew is back and ready for a new quest that will span over 4 episodes. Joining me back at the bar this month as their elderly characters, he's not worried about needing to buy new books for the new 5e revisions because he knows I'll just buy them for him. Scott Esmond, welcome back, Scott.
Very generous offer of you, Kyle, and I accept. So thank you so much.
Listen, I don't want to stick my head in here, but I'm a lawyer, offer acceptance, consideration. I think you're on the hook, Kyle.
Boom, we got him.
Great. Perfect. Sure. Yes.
Ratification, post facto ratification. You'd love to see it.
Also joining us, since our first episode, she has actually played a cleric in a campaign, so she shouldn't mess up as much this time. Playing Aura Rain is Brooke. Welcome, Brooke.
Hello, it's me.
Brooke, why don't you tell us about Aura? We'll go back to Scott as well because I skipped over him. But Aura, Brooke, tell us about Aura a little bit and remind us about your character.
Yes, so, it's about time she got her due, honestly, so she should go before Malter. That makes sense. She is a Genasi cleric. Back in the day, she was all heals, and since the party kind of disbanded, she went out and got real buff. Now she's got a big-ass sword, and she likes to fight, so that's her general vibe.
Great. And Scott, tell us about Malter Lewin.
Yes, Malter Lewin is a Duergar ranger who suffers from a little bit of short-sightedness, I guess both in all aspects of himself, I would say. He can be rude and terse at times. He's a grumpy little bulldog-faced kind of asshole is his vibe.
Great.
Yeah.
I didn't even say Aura's old lady thing. So she is a fall risk, which I forgot because it basically didn't happen in the first first set of episodes. So I'm very excited.
This time.
I'm very excited.
She's a little bit older now. She's a little bit older, maybe a little bit more of a fall risk.
Yeah, I'm excited for the revamp on that.
We'll have to see.
Revamp. Arthritis is here again? Oh my gosh.
Revamp? Out. Get out now.
Also joining us, returning to the show, hold on, what's he doing? Is he about to charge at me? Oh God, he's speeding up. Wait, no, he's slowing down? Okay, he's fully stopping. Looks like he's in pain. Yeah, that knee is not good. Okay, he's stumbling over to his chair. Welcome back. The winner of the Gladiator tournament, it's Bones.
Hey.
Playing Dekks.
Thanks
Bones, I'm sorry,
back.
this is your prize.
You have to be in all of these now. That's the prize.
I'm here.
Permanent party membership.
Playing Dekks. Remind us about your character.
Dekks Whitewater is a half-orc fighter barbarian multi-class who, did a bit of mercenary work while the party was disbanded for all those years, but is happy to be back with the crew. And I was just getting into character there earlier, but he's got a real bad knee, so it slows him down quite a bit. He gets tired, but he uses rage to push past it and ignore the pain, which has its downsides. So that's Dekks.
Great. And lastly, joining us at the bar, excited to finally join the AARPG, playing Terry's Konny Konstantinov. Welcome, Mav.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Tell us more about your character. And this is a character we are unfamiliar, or the listeners are unfamiliar with.
Konny is a sorcerer, or a wild magic sorcerer. He was one of the original party members. But let's say he was the fifth wheel. He would kind of rotate in and rotate out as party members were needed, as his skills were needed. But not unlike Dekks, also did some time in mercenary bands, ended up in the Faerun Foreign Legion for a while, and his form of magic takes a toll on him that is unique, that the party may remember bits and pieces about, but not certainly having not seen him in a few decades, we'll have no idea what kind of effect it's had on him over that time. I'm going to leave it at that and let kind of both the party and the listeners discover what the nature of Konny's malady.
It's incontinence, right? That's why.
Constantinov.
Yeah.
Constantinov. Yeah. There you go.
Speaking of, can I just make a special request for Mav to say his character's name in full so we don't have like a Marquise situation?
So
I don't want to mess it up.
And Terry's, his nickname is Konny, like a shortening of his last name, Konny Konstantinov.
Konstantinov.
Great. Okay.
Terry's
and he's a half elf.
Konny.
Ooh, an elf. Bastards.
He's only half.
Well, this is our 15th adventure for the podcast. Let's go to the tavern. In the heart of the Sword Coast of Faerun, in the small town of Daggerford, along a busy downtown street squeezed between the chops of a tailor and a florist, like an old dusty book forgotten amidst the others on the shelf, rests the Talltale Tavern. A place of truth and of lies. Grab a drink of any size and listen to the wisdom of the wise. And this place where the ink never dries. This is where we find ourselves tonight, sitting around a worn wooden table with the smell of books and brandy in the air. The door into the tavern opens like the turning of a page, and in walks a young woman with a tight-fitting, wide-brim hat made of leaves. She walks up to the bartender. "I'll have a coffee. Black. The darkest you got. In fact, if you could brew a pot, boil it down to a sludge, and give me that sludge, that's what I'll have." The bartender brings her a mug and adds a few extra scoops of coffee grounds to it before serving her. "Perfect," she says. She holds the mug in her hand and tips it ever so slightly around in a circle, gently swirling the liquid, staring at it intently. And then she starts talking again. "Have you ever heard of the legendary Fountain of Youth? What if I told you it was real? And it was found by the oldest, crustiest, moderately confused group of mercenaries you'd ever meet. And thus begins Diselderly Conduct 2, The Fountain of Youth. Roll the intro!" It's been 1 year since the fall of the vampiric house of Ritus. After the retired mercenary group slayed the evil vampire lord Arthur Ritus, Aura had found a notebook on his person detailing the possible location of the Fountain of Youth. Aura had pocketed the book, intrigued by the notion that this place of legend could actually exist. The group of four decided retirement wasn't all it was cracked up to be, and decided to continue adventuring, going on a few various minor excursions and quests. A year later, Aura opened the book once again and found a map inside that could lead them to the mythological place of legend where age could be reversed. A location deep in the jungle, an old forgotten temple known only by the locals. She invited her fellow elderly mercenary friends to join, detailing the possibility of finding this legendary fountain. We join our heroes once again in the heart of the jungle of Chult, off a tributary to the river Tyriki. Aura, Malter, and Dekks, you have traveled to the jungle together to a remote village where you met with Antares Konny Konstantinov, an old member of the mercenary group from years past. In the village, Aura met a contact, a local human guide named Owatonna Goopdang. The guide led you to a long canoe of which all five of you fit without room for much else other than the oars you hold in your hands. Aura, you sit in the front, just behind the guide Owatonna Goopdang. Then Konny, then Dekks, and finally Malter in the back. For the past 2.5 hours, you have been paddling down a small, forgotten tributary in this densely overgrown jungle. The heat is dense and moist. Konny, Dekks, and Malter, it has been quite a while since Aura told you what this adventure was all about, I'll leave it up to you on if your character fully remembers why they're here.
I just love the smell of the ocean. I gotta say, Zaz would have loved this if he was here, and he could, see where we were finally gonna spread those ashes.
Malter, you're close, but we're on a river.
What? Well, Zaz doesn't like rivers. Why would we spread his ashes on a river?
That's not why we're here. We don't even have those. What are you talking about?
Wait a tick, is Zoz not here?
No, that's Konny.
Oh, right.
I arrived yesterday. You do not remember?
Of course I do, Konny. We go way back. It's just, it's been so long since we've traveled together. It's nice to see you.
I mean, Malter cannot see. I understand he does not know who I am, but I see you, you see me.
What the hell are you talking about? I can see perfectly fine. I'm just looking off to the left. What do you mean?
At a confused fish.
Yeah.
Konny fumbles his oar for the 700th time. He's just having a real hard time rowing. Alright, we are rowing for several hours now. We are close, yes?
Well, Owatonna, he's leading us, but communication isn't always the smoothest, but I think, this is where he's taking us, so I showed him the map, and I don't know exactly how long it's going to take us. I kind of tap him on the shoulder, and I'm like, how much longer? How much longer is it going to take? And I point at the map, and I'm like,
Ooh, Rob, do Bob, scoop it.
Where are we now?
Yeah. He points to a spot on the river, and you can see where the village is, and this tributary goes off, and it's most of the way at this point. And then he points to another spot, Gutaba de Mutaba, and he points to that spot in the middle, and the jungle, kind of where the river's leading. Most of the way there. Okay. He is a younger guy. He's got this big leaf hat that's a wide brimmed thing that kind of goes over his head. And he's got this patchy beard that's just nothing full and good, but that's his general vibe.
Is he armed at all that we can see?
No, he has an oar, and he's been paddling with you guys.
I'm quietly explaining all of those physical details to Malter, but with the tone of someone being very judgmental of the youth, just he's got this leaf hat. They're all wearing them these days. It looks stupid.
What the hell is he trying to blend in or something? Why the hell's he got a leaf hat on in the water?
I don't know. He's afraid of the sun.
That does make sense to me as a gloomstalker Duergar. I don't really love the sun either.
Connie's leaning over Aura's shoulder to try to see the map too, but can't find a good vantage point. So he just ends up hitting her a bunch on her shoulder.
It's Konny, just ask. Look, here you go.
I just want to see. Yes, see.
You can have it. You can have it right now.
So as she hands the map to Konny, he tries to grab it with a hand and just whiffs it, and it floats down into onto his lap, and so he's trying.
Okay, well, careful with it. That's the only one we have.
He's the guide knows where we go. Yes, I do. What use map? And
well, yes, but this is I got this off a dead vampire. It's important.
Konny, we can't be just trusting some damn kid to guide us, Hold on to the map.
It's all a myth anyways, all right? Don't get your hopes up. We all know it's fake. Everyone's been knowing that.
Malter, what map used for you? You cannot see it. And he tries to dig it off the ground, off the floor of the boat, and having trouble getting it.
What damn good are hands to you if you can't hold something, all right, pal?
Boys, okay, can we not today? Let's just keep our eyes focused, okay?
I'd just like to circle back to what Dekks said. He said this is all a myth, but you told me this was real, or you told me you guys were finally going to make good for not busting me out of time prison. So
okay, well, as we've discussed many times, Malter, we didn't know, okay? We would have if we had any information, okay? We didn't know.
Konny is very quiet at this.
And like I said, you were there. I found it on a dead vampire. That's what we're going on, okay? We might, hopefully it's something, but it might be nothing. I don't know.
I do remember killing the vampire. I don't remember you bringing up this book, though, you know.
Well, what's his face? Balter was there. So, we had to take
what was
the guy,
Barley?
he was there.
Barley Benson? Is that what you're talking about? No.
Barley, was he Barley? Yeah, because we kept calling him
was the
Barley.
farmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is Barley? What is myth? I do not even remember
He was
where
just
we go.
some asshole who didn't clean up in the woods, and so his family got taken by boars or something. Don't worry about him, all right?
Boars. Yes,
Yeah,
typical.
the boars.
And also, we'd been through a lot at that moment. I just needed some time before I went back to this. So,
So where are we going again?
You have the map.
I know, but what is that end of the map? And he's
see
like
what
still
those
trying
eyes
to.
are doing
It's
for
like
him.
still at the bottom of the boat. He's been
You see
trying the last
Owatonna Goopdang he's like applying ointment on his skin, and like you just see him at the front just like whistling, looking around and putting on whatever he's got.
I tap him again. Hey, what is that? Do we need that?
He holds it out and is a scoop thing. And he like holds it out, and it's got this like pungent odor to it, like it smells bad, like it's like
I
stinging
go
and
like give him the thumbs up, like question face, like yes, we should do this. Yes.
yeah.
I swear, I can't
I have-
understand the slang the kids use these days. This kid's not making a lick of sense to me.
I have full, huge, heavy armor on, but I start putting it on the outside of my armor. I'm like, I don't know.
But
He
that
knows
just
what he's
feels
doing.
like real life for you with sunscreen.
It really does.
Yeah. Always put it
I'm already using sunscreen or like full length clothing,
Dex
but
is
might as well.
blinded by the reflection now from the oil on metal and just blinds his eyes, and Malter is unaffected.
I pass it on, and I'm like, I don't know. He's using it.
So Konny reaches up to take it and like puts an oar under his shoulder, like under his armpit, and with his left hand grabs it and is able to hold on to it, but kind of, my grandmother makes something smell like this, but we eat it, not rub it on skin. And
Oh.
takes a hand and like
You
kind of
reacted with revulsion to your grandmother's cooking?
Do you not like your grandmother?
grandmother long dead, but is how you say?
Is that whose ashes we're spreading? Is his grandmother's?
I don't know what you have there, Malter, but it's not. I don't know.
Whose ashes are those?
He's actually ashes. Dekks, you tell me if maybe he has like handful of sand. Like
Maybe Zaz is dead. We don't know. Did you kill him?
Ozzy's dead?
Is Zaz dead, Malter?
What? I didn't see a body. All right, I just have a can that he left behind.
Dekks, you maybe make sure not like sugar or salt or something he stole from apothecary shop.
Yeah, give me that. Give me that.
I'm no crook. How dare you? That's the kind of stigma that gets put on somebody after they spend a little bit of time in time prison. Everybody suddenly starts thinking they're a crook who would steal something
Malter.
from an apothecary. I'm sorry.
Malter, I don't think you're a crook. I think you can't see shit.
While Dekks is looking back to see what's in Malter's hands, Konny takes the ointment and like holds it over. So Dekks has like stuff coming from both directions.
Trying to pass multiple things from front and back. Kids, can we just get back to paddling? I've been doing all the work, all right?
All right.
You're a big
Quit
man.
complaining.
You're not
It's your knee
tired.
that's bum, not your arm. All right.
That's true. Maybe we stay in the canoe for a while.
Konny goes back to like in completely like slapping his paddle against the side of the boat. Just like can't seem to figure it out.
The ointment gets passed backwards. Dekks and Malter, what do you guys do with the ointment?
I chuck it off the side of the boat. Just don't believe in skincare.
All right. Well, something fall out? You didn't drop my ashes, did you?
No. That's for me to know.
Good. So you guys continue paddling down this tributary in this dense jungle, and ahead of you, down the tributary, everyone but Malter sees 3 small clouds above the water at a distance. Owatonna Goopdang continues to oar forward, and you start to hear some buzzing, and soon you are surrounded by these clouds. And Dekks and Malter, you feel a small prick on your arm, and you smack your skin, squashing a mosquito. But then you feel another prick on your arm, and you look to see that it's covered in mosquitoes. Everyone now realizes you're in the center of 3 swarms of mosquitoes that are pretty aggressive in the middle of the river. Everyone roll for initiative.
Oh, dear.
Wow, more than one kind of prick affecting me right now, I gotta say. Malter's rocking an 18 on that initiative.
Classic Aura got a 3.
Dekks has a 20.
Konny has a 12.
All right.
Can you cast Animal Friendship on mosquitoes?
On
And
one
so,
mosquito. One single mosquito.
The mosquitoes have descended upon you, and there are 3 clouds of them, 3 swarms of them, and they seem to be around Aura and Malter and Dekks. I rolled for who didn't get a cloud, and so Konny does not get a cloud here. They are around and they are buzzing and they are attacking, trying to sting you all. Dekks, you are first.
Wow. Well, I don't know what a cane sword and a scimitar are gonna do, but Dekks just immediately gets angry and just starts going oi oi, and just starts swinging them, trying to dodge the heads of his canoe compatriots. But I'll just take a swing at the nearest chunk of mosquito.
Malter just
Okay,
sitting
go for it.
fucking like a rock, not flinching. Yes. Sword swings go right over his head.
Oh, I love that. First one's gonna be a 16.
16 hits.
That's my flaming cane sword. Gonna be 6 slashing and 7 fire.
Okay, they have the slashing damage on this swarm. Seems like doesn't do as much damage as you think because it's a swarm. So that was 6 slashing, right? And then how much of the?
7 fire.
So 6 down to 3, and then 7 fire damage. Cool.
And second roll is a 12 to hit.
A 12 just hits.
Thank God. Okay, that's gonna be 7 slashing and 9 fire.
That was 7 slashing down to 3 and 9 fire. That takes it down all the way to 0 exactly on its HP. And so you are able to slash at this swarm of insects that's around you and take them down immediately.
It's not my usual, athletic, merciless sword attacks. It's literally just waving a torch through mosquitoes. Just like, just back and forth.
And you're able to get all of them. Unfortunately, this canoe is pretty thin, pretty skinny, and the swinging of your swords is rocking it pretty well. I'm gonna need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw as this canoe is rocking pretty good.
Incredible.
Malter's rocking a 23 on that.
I got a 4.
A 4.
I got a 4.
Dekks had a 19.
Konny got a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the DC was 10. And so the aura to the left of the boat, you fall out of the boat into the water, splash, and you are 10 feet away from the canoe at this point. Konny, you fall off the right side 10 feet, and you are 10 feet away from the canoe on the right side.
Good.
Malter.
Strong start.
Malter, you are up.
Okay, they're 10 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Malter casts invisibility on himself and just keeps sitting there to get the bugs to stop biting him.
Okay. Okay.
I'll call out as I do that. I'll reach out my arm just to like one side and just be like, grab my hand.
What a strong assumption that mosquitoes hunt by sight.
I don't know. An assumption, perhaps, but also in the rules of 5e, they get disadvantage to bite me. So go ahead and take it.
Konny and Aura, you sense the presence of movement below you. The water stirs in a direction that seems different than the flow of the river. Something large beneath you.
That's good. That's promising.
I hate this. This is my actual real life nightmare.
How does swimming in big, heavy plate armor work?
Probably not great. Probably real bad.
Hold on. I need to roll a dice real quick. All right. That's odd. So I've reached my hand to the right side. Sorry, Aura.
Right.
When I went invisible. So
I know you can't see, so I don't take it personally.
That's true. You guys can't see which hand I have out anyway. But
Aura, you look below in the murky water and you can't see very deep down, but then you see a massive jaw coming up from the depths of the water, a massive giant crocodile jaw coming up to try and bite you. And that is a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this giant crocodile grabs onto you and hits you for 24 piercing damage.
Okay.
Ow.
And you are,
All right, fine, Kyle. Jeez.
and you are grappled by this crocodile.
so hard.
Did it taste
Kyle, don't
the
kill
On the
me.
surface on the water at this point.
You're gonna kill me, Kyle.
don't let it
I'm in
death
heavy
spin.
armor.
Don't let it death spin. You're fine.
Konny, you're up.
So I'm unfamiliar with swimming movement speed in 5e. Can I make it back to the boat and into the boat
It's gonna
without expending
be-
an action?
Yeah, so it'll be difficult terrain for you.
Okay.
Like swimming will be, and so you're 10 feet away. So as long as you have 20 feet of movement speed, you can get back on the boat.
I do. So Konny is going to immediately start swimming back toward the vessel, and he's going to grab Malter's hand to help get back up into the boat. And then would he can Konny see? Has Aura been dragged beneath the water yet, or can he see
she
what's
is
happening?
still on the surface of the water. It's grabbed her, and you can see this giant crocodile, this huge beast, in the river with her in its jaws.
Okay.
When you grab my hand and say, "Oh, damn, I got Konny."
So Konny kind of gets himself back into the boat, turns to Dekks, he goes, "You keep flash water," and then turns to the croc and casts command.
I don't want to talk against our team, but do crocodiles understand the language he's speaking? Because you
Oh,
can't
is that what he
cast
said? Does it have
command
to?
unless they understand the language that you're speaking.
Oh, is that true?
That is, I believe, the rules of command. Not to help.
If
the
it doesn't understand your
crocodiles.
language, you're right. You're right. In that case, I mean, I'll leave
Turns
it
out
up
it
to
was
the
a
DM.
druid the whole time, and it does understand.
Ooh,
I'll-
it doesn't have common. So.
Doesn't have comment. Okay,
Ooh,
and I don't
ouch.
speak crocodile. So I leave it up to the DM. Have I wasted my turn at a spell slot, or can I withdraw it? It's on me. I didn't read the description enough.
Yeah, I mean, we'll run it with the rules and say that it's the command that it doesn't understand your language. You can choose it. I'm going to let you do something different with your turn if you would like.
Oh, well, I think that's what he was asking.
I think that's what I was
Oh,
asking. Is not,
yes,
not
you
can
can
I
do
make the
something-
spell work?
yes,
Yeah, can I
right.
can I withdraw the action?
Gotcha. Yes, you
okay.
can. Yeah, you can choose something different with your turn.
In that case, he is going to he stabilizes himself in the boat, and he's going to hit this croc with an Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
which is something that the party would find odd because they don't remember Konny being a warlock or having had any kind of pact at all. They remember him being a straight sorcerer. So
I
I'm
think
gonna-
Dekks is the only one that would have any chance of noticing. Malter can't see anything, and I'm screaming in the water.
I start whipping around, and Dex is like, "Oi, there's warlocks in the tree lines!" Just looking around.
So, Dex, if Dex is paying attention, or if Dex can see, he would, as Konny thrusts his hand at the croc and he yells, "Shuff!" His hand disappears in a blue flash and becomes the Eldritch Blast, which is, I think, gonna hit the croc because I rolled a 26
Yes, that will hit.
for 6 damage. And then as the blast hits the croc, and kind of vaporizes. His hand like reappears on his arm, and you see Konny kind of shake his hand like that stung. But I think that's all I can do for the moment.
Okay.
I don't have any bonus actions I can use, I don't think.
When you casted that, were you being mindful of the canoe and trying to not rock it too much this time?
Yes, he was not standing such that he was throwing his weight around. He
did say he was
I stabilized myself.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
The canoe moves a little bit, but not enough to make anybody fly off this time. Or possibly fly off. The swarm of insects, the swarm of mosquitoes around Malter are gonna try and sting something. They can smell something there. They feel like it's there. It was just there.
What the hell are you trying to say?
Gone
You
away.
saying I smell? I didn't even put the stinky shit on.
It's gonna roll with. They're gonna roll with disadvantage to see if they can hit with a bite attack. They rolled a natural 1 and a natural 2.
Solid.
Dang.
Those don't quite beat Malter's AC.
No, Malter, you just hear the buzzing around you. That's all that's happening. And that's that. That
Is
swarm.
Malter even aware he's been attacked?
Yeah.
A bit, one invisible, Aura fell again out of the boat. So gotta.
The swarm that was around Aura goes instead to Konny, who is on the boat and the nearest now to where they're at, and is going to try and bite Konny. Konny, you did put on the ointment, correct?
I did not.
Oh, you did not.
I did not.
Passed it back.
I smelled it and ragged on my grandmother's cooking and then passed it to
Okay, and then
Dekks,
threw it
who
back.
threw it in the water.
Great.
You boys.
Well,
What am I going to do with you?
Fat lot of good it did for you.
The mosquitoes didn't bite me. I just got a crocodile. That's a whole different thing.
It's only an 11 to hit. I don't think that's going to hit your AC.
That does not hit my AC.
The insects swarm around you. The mosquitoes swarm around you. Do not bite. Aura, it is your turn, and you're in the maw of the giant crocodile. You are grappled, and you can try to escape out of the jaw with a strength or dexterity check. Otherwise, you are restrained by the crocodile, which means
Am
that
I
you can't-
restrained or grappled?
So you're grappled and you're also restrained.
Okay.
Because of
Can
the
I-
stat block.
Can I cast spells?
Yes, you can. So you can cast spells. Attack rolls against the creature will have disadvantage if you're trying to hit the crocodile, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. But yeah.
Okay. I have the spell Control Water.
Okay.
So I'm going to create. I'm going to part water. This spell is a 4th level spell. It has a 300-foot range / area. I can move apart water and create a trench that extends for the spell's area, and the separated waters form into a wall on either side. So I'm just gonna part the water so that I'm not in a crocodile's mouth and drowning.
Okay.
That will hopefully give my friends footing to actually like do something about this. So that's my action.
Okay.
Is I am just parting this river down the middle.
Whoa, the tide's coming in, guys.
So you cause the water to move apart and create a trench. Trench extends across the spell's area, which is 300 feet. Mm-hmm. And
Is it?
So I don't know if
Okay.
it would make more sense to go parallel with the river or perpendicular to the river. She's also in a crocodile's mouth, so I don't know that she's thinking that hard about it. She's just like, whatever will not make me drown.
okay. So you're gonna create the part in the water, and you're probably not. You're gonna try to angle it so it's not gonna hit the canoe. I would assume, like it's not gonna.
I feel like I want the canoe on the ground so they can just get out and fight.
Gotcha. Okay, so it'll be So the trench is like a circular area, right? Or is it a?
I think it's like a 300-foot. I imagine like a 300-foot like line, but it doesn't say width. So
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't really
be-
know.
There's a lot of like
Maybe I'm
flexibility
misinterpreting it.
in that spell.
So
part
go
water.
ahead
It
and
is
tell
just
me.
like
Go ahead
I
and
could
tell
just
me
do
what
like a
you.
circle.
Tell me what you want to do, and that'll work. So
Cool.
yeah.
I think it makes the most sense. We were in the middle of a big river, right? I just want to make
Yeah.
like whatever would be the equivalent math. Someone do the math of 300 feet of a circle, like surface area. I just want to create a circle around the canoe so
Great.
that me and the canoe are on the
Okay,
floor of the
cool.
river.
Great. So you cast this spell, and the water just like parts and starts moving to the sides and around. And it's like a whirlpool that's like a reverse where the water is moving away from the center, and the canoe sort of starts to spin around like on its axis, and then like drops, and you guys are all plopped down on this muddy, gross bottom of this jungle river. You see this like seaweed gunk on the ground. It's difficult terrain on the bottom of this river because it's so mucky. You see a few fish like flapping around on the bottom. But now the canoe and all of you are just on the bottom of this river. There's a wall of water that's around you in a big circle.
This is a concentration spell, just FYI.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh boy. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, great.
All right, we've landed. We made it, guys.
And bonus, Konny is also not drowning.
Connie's looking around. Connie was in the boat. Connie
I
was
got
just
Connie
fine,
back
thank
in.
you.
Wait, oh, you got him back in? I thought he
Connie
was
got
still
back in the
on.
boat.
Okay.
Connie is looking around like, are there any crabs? We pick crabs up for dinner. Yes.
Wait, I just have a quick question. Why the hell were we paddling if Laura could do this the whole time?
Aura holding out on us, I think.
That sounds right for her.
Rude, so rude.
Owatonna Guptang is at the front of the canoe, like holding on, like just like flabbergasted at all of this happening. And we're back up at the top. Dekks, it is your turn.
Wow, that really changes my plan.
Do you still fly SWAT with sword?
They'll be fun. They don't even sting. Dex is gonna I think he's now in the front just based on Malter being the one to help Konny up, so the space got shifted a little bit.
Makes sense.
How far away is Aura from the canoe now? Still 10 feet?
Yeah, 10 feet. You guys are real close.
Perfect. That means Dex can actually get there with all of his movement in difficult terrain. He's gonna just lean on Guptang's shoulder and just really just push off of him to get out of the deep canoe seat that's now on the ground, and stand up and then just clamber his way over to the alligator and start attacking it.
Okay.
And go with the trusty flame cane swords again. Probably keep the scimitar in its sheath. That's a 14 to hit.
14 hits, just hits.
Sweet. Gonna be 6 slashing and 7 fire. For me to remember, and also everyone else, Dex has the slasher feat, so once per turn when he hits a creature with slashing damage, I reduce the target's speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. So in case it tries to go anywhere, it's a good one. And really key for Dex when he gets slow. And I'll make my second attack, keeping things simple for now. Oh man, does a 13 hit?
Does a 13 hit? 13 does not hit.
Ugh, okay. That's gonna be me. Not quite raging yet. Not quite taking these enemies too seriously, but yeah, that'll be it.
Malter, you're up.
All right. Well, Malter's gonna hop on out of the boat thinking that we're there. And the good news is that Malter has land stride. He's not impeded by non-magical difficult terrain. So I
knew you guys would be fine.
Fully fine, yeah, to just, I guess I'll walk up to see what the hell's going on with this group up here. And I'm assuming I can at least tell that Aura is inside of a giant crocodile.
I'm screaming.
Yes, you do.
screaming.
Yeah.
I'm screaming.
Do I need to make
Dex
a
is
sort
just
of check to target the right person for this?
This is
Kyle?
a huge creature, and she is a medium creature. If you were within 1 one.
What if she
size
wasn't
difference,
medium?
maybe.
What if she was large because I cast enlarge on Aura right now while she's being held by
I mean, hey, it'd give me advantage on strength checks.
That's
so
exactly
go for
why
it.
I'm doing it, Aura. That's what's happening
great.
right now. Is just go ahead and come on, grow up. Enough of this, and just
Okay.
it's a damn gator. Come on.
It's got a thick hide. I gotta be honest.
So there you go. I've cast
my
enlarge
gosh.
on you, Aura. You are now so you get what is it? Advantage on strength checks.
Your size
and,
doubles. Yep, and
Yeah.
yep.
and you
Extra
do an extra
attack
D4
stuff.
on your damage. Yeah. But that means I'm not invisible anymore because I cast a spell. So I guess Malter just suddenly appears next to you and you start growing.
So I just hear you say "grow up," and then you appear, and I'm huge,
Yeah.
or large.
Uh-huh. I am.
So you.
I'm your conscious talking right.
Absolutely
right now to
so
you.
rude. I cannot believe you would say that to me.
But yes, you grow. You become large size. You know, you get bigger. This crocodile is still holding on to you as you are larger now. And the crocodile is going to swing at. Let's see. Dekks, you were the one that damaged it, so it's going to use its tail attack against you. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And it's going to do 13 points of bludgeoning damage with its tail.
Okay.
On Aura, it is going to make a bite attack with advantage as you are restrained. And that will be... Ooh, a natural 20.
It's fine.
Jesus Christ, Kyle. Are you going to kill Aura right now? Right?
Aura, remember, we don't need you to heal us
You
as
kill
much
me,
as we
Kyle. I
used to.
will be kind of mad.
It chomps down on you for 42 points
Holy fucking...
Oh my
of
god.
piercing damage.
I
Seriously.
need a long rest right now.
Use the healing on yourself.
You're
We'll all be
still up.
fine.
I have 7 health.
Holy
and oh my god, there's no way I'm gonna
shit.
make that concentration check.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gotta hit
yeah.
a 21.
Oh, good. And we're all in the water. Thank God I got out of the boat.
So your concentration has to be a, what is it, 10 plus half the damage you took?
It's half
And
the
so-
damage
Yeah.
or 10. So half of
Half
what's
damage.
on
Oh,
the
half the
sword.
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, or 10.
Or 10.
Yeah.
So half damage would be what? 40? No,
so
20.
21.
21.
21, yeah.
21.
You can do
You
this.
can hit this. You can hit this.
I have advantage on this because I'm a warcaster.
You got this. Come
All
on.
right, here we go.
Lie. Doesn't matter.
No. I got a 14.
Jesus Christ.
That was you rolled twice?
Yeah, I rolled a 10
take
and a
that
12.
damage. Connie, you are in the boat, in the canoe that's landed on the ground. You look at the wall of water that is downstream and starts to lose its turgor, I guess you could say. And everybody looks and sees the water start to spin and move, and all of a sudden just crashes down on top of all of you. And you all find yourself just completely surrounded by the water. The water hits so hard. Aura, you're no longer grappled by the crocodile. It can't
All
hold
right,
on to
cool.
what's going
That's
on.
one good thing.
You are all flowing down the river, down the river at this point. The canoe is still up and above, on top of the water. Everything is massively crazy. Konny, it's your turn. You're still in the boat at this point. You're able to grab on and still be in the canoe. It is your turn as absolute chaos has erupted around
Is
everybody.
Goop Dang still in the boat?
Goop Dang is in the boat, yes.
Okay, good.
He's holding on
He's
for
holding
dear-
on for dear life. He's gooped.
He's holding on for dear life.
Oh my god. Oh, that went so bad so fast. Oh my
I don't
god.
even know. I don't even know what to do. I'm like looking at my list of spells, going, I have nothing for this.
Conny, this is what you signed up for when you rejoined us.
Thank God we got a good caster with us
Like-
now who can really help out.
Hey, watch out for the warlocks.
Connie's sitting there like, I would rather be back in Cannon Shell for this than this. Can Connie see the croc still, or is the croc receded back under the water?
At this point, the water is splashing around. You see bits and fragments of your friends, your colleagues. The crocodile, you maybe see a tail at one point, but nothing is really there. If you want to try and do an action for a specific person, you have to roll and see. They're all kind of around, like swimming in the water around, so you'd have a chance to maybe help one of your friends. But it's mass chaos right now, and so everything's gonna be difficult.
I guess, can I use an action to extend an oar out to Aura to haul her into the boat?
Yes, yeah. And so you see like Aura's like foot like
Can I get in the boat? I'm large.
No,
She is large.
Malter, you're gonna have to make a concentration check to
I
see
have
if
to
they-
make concentration. Okay,
Yeah, a giant wall of water has hit you, and
that's just a.
I think for
Constitution?
enlarge, I'm guessing I'm remembering that enlarge is a concentration.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Okay.
It
I'm
is.
just making sure what I
Yeah.
need to roll is Constitution. Okay. I got a 13.
13. Okay, that saves. So yes, you are.
If
you want to
she's-
keep concentrating and making her large.
If
then-
she's large, can she stand up in the
She
river?
can't be that big, right? There's no way
yeah,
How big's
it's not
this
that.
river?
It's pretty deep. It's deeper than 10 feet.
I'm gonna keep her big just for the sake of it making it harder for us to get in the boat.
You know what? She's big, so helping her will be a little bit easier. It makes sense that she's the bigger and easier to find with the oar.
Yeah.
And so you reach out with your oar to
She's
try
gonna
and
swamp the boat.
Well, one big aura can't be more than Aura, Malter, and Dekks, right? Like she's not three of us, so it should be fine with just you two for now.
So as Konny's extending the aura to Aura, she could hear him like muttering to himself like, "You hear of people get fat when they get old, Aura. This ridiculous."
Konny, look at me. I'm big. This is not. I'm different from when I fell in the water. What do you think happened?
Do you tell yourself whatever you need to hear?
Tell myself facts. Reality is what I'm telling myself.
So he reaches out the oar to help Aura get back in the boat.
Okay.
Perfect. Do I need to do like a strength check or something?
So you will both. I'll have you do a little group check here. So you'll both roll either acrobatics or athletics. Or you have advantage to strength-based checks right now because you're large.
Okay, perfect.
You have to. We'll do a group check here, and just one of you has to pass a DC of 15 for this to work to get
Advantage
her back
plus
on the boat.
3. Let's see.
I've also got a +3.
I got a nat 20.
Who the fuck was that on the
go.
save earlier?
Yeah.
If I could change it, Scott, I would.
You grab onto that oar, and Aura grabs onto the oar and gets pulled up to the boat. The canoe is 5 feet wide. You're a large creature.
I just
The-
have, like,
the
limbs
boat
kinda hanging
is
out.
long. You're able to get up into the boat and take up like 2 spots basically because of length, your length kind of. So you're able to get
Konny,
into
help
the
me.
boat.
I'm a fall risk. I can't. I'm going to topple right out of here.
That's Connie's turn.
Correct.
Mosquitoes are nowhere to be seen. They're gone.
They
Aura, it is
peace.
your turn.
Well, that's handy.
Okay. All right. I yell because I know that Malter cast a spell on me, right? Like I heard him and saw him pop
you
up.
understand. Yeah, you guys have done
We've all done
things
magic.
before where
Yeah.
he's
We've all
made,
been
yeah.
he's made
sporadically
you big.
large before.
You
Cool.
guys are a team that well versed in each other's abilities.
Can I see him? Like he's like in the water.
Yes, you can see him flopping.
Okay.
Well, no, you. Are you invisible?
Malter, that's the wrong way. Turn
No, no,
around.
no.
You
Invisibility breaks when
Yeah.
I cast another spell.
Yeah, you
It's like-
because
So
you're
I
concentrate.
I
yeah,
try and
so.
like lay down across the canoe so that I'm like just sort of like leaning my body out, but so that I won't fall.
Malter's
And I
never
want to
getting
try and
back in
reach
this
him,
boat.
but also at the same time yell at him. Make me my normal size again. This is not working. But I'm also trying to help pull him into the boat.
Okay.
If I make you smaller, you won't be able to get me. move.
Well, do it. Time it right, okay?
How could you use the word time to me? You know how I feel about time.
Okay, give me that group check. One of you has to pass a DC 15.
Can I see her? Do I need to make anything to actually fucking spot her? I'm supposed to make perception
Or can I just
checks
reach
to
in?
actually
So
see
the way I'm
things.
imagining this is like the oar is like being shoved into the person's like space who's on the boat, and they're able to like realize that somebody's trying to help them. So it's less about vision and more just about the
Malter's in
chaos
the water, and the
moment.
oar is just like,
Yeah. I got the croc's tail, guys.
No, that's gone. It's gone.
is it gone?
I got a
Do we know
14.
that?
I got another nat 20.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Yes, so Malter, you are pulled onto the boat.
Okay,
And
great.
Just lifted by his collar by a very annoyed aura. Just like
because you're pretty short. You're a Duergar.
I am.
Dumped
I'm a tiny boy. I'm a short
unceremoniously in the bow of the boat.
This is what you get for telling me to grow up, Malter. This is what
kid.
happened.
Saved. Thank you.
Dex, you are flopping around in the water. It is everywhere. You're trying to swim, but the current is massive, and you're tumbling around. What would you like to do with your turn?
Well, first of all, as his head kind of like bobs up and down and it's up partially out of the water, he's just trying to keep track of what's going on, and he's just like, Konny, it's been a minute since you've traveled with us, but it's best not to antagonize Aura now, because she can slice your head off, mate. You just gotta be careful. Malta, he hasn't learned the lesson. See, look at him. And I'm gonna try to I think I'm just gonna try to swim, because I feel like I might possibly be too far. Am I still sort of the same distance?
I'm gonna roll to see how far you are from the
Did that?
boat.
I guess I could dash, but I'm a little slow right now.
Oh, good. So I rolled low. I rolled a d20 and rolled a 4, which is gonna correspond to you just being 5 feet away from the boat.
Ooh,
And
okay.
so you bob your head up and crack your head like against the boat, and like you realize it's like right there. And so
And he's already talking shit. As soon as his head is above water, he's yelling at Konny.
as I'm
You
doing
get
all
involved
this-
first, we argue later.
I'm grabbing onto Guptang's shirt, like not even looking at him, just using him as climbing gear and just.
oh yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Oh my god. I want you to scat like the whole time. It's honestly so funny.
Dex, you are pulled up onto the boat, and now all of you are on the boat as it is moving down the river. Anything else for your turn, Dex? Is there anything that you'd like to do?
I truly feel like the logic of me having limited mobility and movement plus getting out of a boat, which having done that in real life is exhausting. I'm gonna use that as my action, but I will second wind for a bonus action, because why not? And regain 6 HP just to be safe. But yeah, I think half of us are just splayed out in the boat now, just trying to catch our breath.
The river is, that big crash of water. You were tumbling around. It's moving forward, but the water starts to slow a little bit. You look behind you, and you see the crocodile 20 feet behind the boat. But it's not just one crocodile.
Oh my god.
You see another head pop up behind the water, next to it, and another head. There are 3 huge crocodiles about 20 feet behind the canoe at this point. Oh, Atana goes, scuba, gutaba de mutaba right there, gutaba de mutaba, and he's holding up the oar and he's motioning for all of you to start paddling as hard as you can. And I need everybody to make a strength athletics check, and we're gonna see how well you guys can time your movements together and see how fast you can get movement
I want to
speed.
be clear
This is
that
now a
as I was
chase.
instructed, I did drop the enlarge on Aura, so there will be no advantage on her roll on this.
Well, we wouldn't have all
That's
fit.
all right. I'm not raging, but
We wouldn't have fit.
yeah, we would not have been able to sit 4 in a line successfully rowing if Aura was still twice the size.
That's true.
Man, really wish I would have had that advantage.
Oh no.
Okay.
Malter
so the way
got a
this
16.
I can say how this chase scene is going to work. The movement of the crocs and the canoe are going to happen at the same time. and then you guys will have a turn, kind of a group turn to do things if you need to, or want to, and then the Crocs will have a turn themselves, and then it'll be movement again. And so the canoe has a movement speed of 40 feet. If you guys all get a strength score above 10, then you guys get 60 feet of movement with your turn. The Crocs have 50 feet of movement speed. And so everybody give me your athletics check, and we'll see how fast you guys can go on your movement this turn.
Okay, fuck it, I'm raging.
Malter got a 16 on his check.
Konny got a 15.
Aura rolled a 4 on the die, which is a 7.
Dekks got a 28.
Wait, hold on.
Holding.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Konny sees Aura faltering, like she's so beat up. The armor's dented, like she can't really get the aura in the water, and he is gonna bend
guys.
luck. He's gonna bend luck.
Oh.
So
Nice.
he is going to. I'm gonna use a 2 sorcery points to add a 1d4 and apply that number rolled as a bonus to her roll. So get a 3 or a 4, Brooke.
Ooh. Do you want to roll it for me?
God, that's a good question.
Do it. You're the one exchanging the luck.
Yeah.
You
I
must
feel like
be
you
the
should
one
roll
to
it.
roll.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Ah,
Fell out of the boat.
4. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
4, that adds to the 7.
Yep.
Adds to the 7. Gets
So
us
that's
to
a
an 11.
Right. You guys all stroke at the same time like an Olympic team, and you move that full 60 feet of movement speed. The Crocs move forward. The Crocs move forward 50 feet.
So we gain 10 feet on him.
Nice.
Is there
Yes.
any like, I know bend luck happened, but that's not really like a spell. Is there room here for spells or no?
He said we were going to get
Yes.
a turn,
Yep.
right?
And so
Oh, we're gonna
everybody
get
did the
turns. Oh, I'm
movement
sorry,
at
I
the
missed
same
that.
time. So the Crocs are now 10, 20, 30 feet behind you. And now you guys all get a turn if you would like to do something for your turn.
I have a question I think that is going to be important to everybody in the boat, which is, in what order are we in the boat now? Because there is no way it is the same order as it was. We all
I've been
got
keeping
dumped
track.
out at some point.
I've been keeping track.
Goop
Bones has been keeping track. Let's hear what he
great.
It's Goop Dang up front because he's been locked in, gripped strong the whole time. I climbed up on him, so I believe I'm in second. Then would be Aura because that's where the most space in the boat would have been while she was enlarged. And then, well, I guess Malter got out and back in at some point. Did Malter
Well,
return
and
to his
Connie
spot?
pulled me up.
So,
So it would
so
have
it's
to be
a,
Malter.
I
I pulled up Aura.
I think
pulled up
Connie
Aura.
has receded to the back of the boat in that case for being on the boat when the water flooded the river again.
Pull Aura up, back up, get her on. She pulls me on, puts me between her and Connie. I feel like makes
Yeah.
the most
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so it's-
Connie's in the back.
Goop Dang.
That's good.
Dekks.
That's a good thing. I like being in the back because I now
Or
have a
Malter
clear
Connie.
line of sight on these Crocs without having to worry about any of you people.
Now, okay. Since my turn was next in the order, I'm just going to go first on this group turn.
real quick though. But so you guys get some distance on the Crocs. You look ahead, 100 feet ahead. You see a small like outlet, like in this river. There's this like tributary that goes off. Owatonna seems like he is like pointing in that direction. That's the direction that you need to go. About 100 feet ahead. So go ahead.
Okay. When I was down
Well, doesn't
on the
Dekks go
plant
first?
floor, I was next in the order. Dekks just climbed up on the goddamn boat, and that's
okay,
what
all right,
triggered
all right.
this. Stop
I
talking
didn't
about
know
my
if you were-
turns.
So this is it's kind of chaos right now, and you guys are together. So
is
you guys
chaos.
can go and
Just let me cast
whichever
my
order you
goddamn
want.
spell. Shut up. Shut up. I want to ask, was there seaweed on the ground when we got out of the boat? Did I notice any of that? Did you say there was seaweed?
There was seaweed.
Then
yeah.
great. I'm casting plant growth behind us on the seaweed to slow down the fucking crocodiles.
Great.
They now have quartered movement speed because of the
I love
plant
you,
growth.
Malter.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Quartered movement speed.
Yeah, and I would-
excellent.
Yeah, if I could, I guess it's 100-foot like radius that it can be cast in. I know they're not at full 100 feet behind us, so I'd like make it almost like there's a 100 feet straight, like out, but like a parabola cut out for us to continue going down, like a line of it that's not growth.
Okay,
so like
you're because you have to
them,
cast it like on yourself almost. Is that what it is?
Yes, I have. I mean, it has a 150 foot range. I could cast anywhere, but it is 100 feet in size once it's activated. Basically, is what it says. It's a 100-foot radius centered on a point that becomes thick and overgrown, and I can exclude anything in that area that I would want to.
Oh, great! Yeah.
So I will exclude a path for us to continue down, but make it behind us, you know, nice and thick, and a little bit in front of us, I guess, thickened.
That is great. Malter casts it, and you see like strands of grass start popping up from the water around you, and then soon it just becomes this tangled mess all around the canoe and raises above the level of the water, and soon it just looks like the jungle is overgrown into the river and it's become a swamp, and you can see the crocs like trying to swim through it and having difficulty doing it, lots of difficulty, and then this path forward from the canoe that's just this narrow area where there's no seaweed exists. You all, the rest of you four, have opportunity to do something for this turn. So
Or it just says, Malter, I love you. I take back every bad thing I ever said about you that Zaz never heard.
There's many bad things.
Laura's been replaced with an imposter. This man cast a spell on her.
Here's a question: If Konny were to use a spell that was fire-based, would it burn away the seaweed? Because I don't want to do that.
you can tell that the seaweed like is mostly overgrown under the water, and you'd understand that it wouldn't burn anything under the water.
Good. Sounds great. Konny stands up in the back of the boat and he goes, "Let me show you what I spend the last 30 years learning." And this like kind of orange flame starts to lick at the armor, like on his robes. He's wearing white robes with a hood that's kind of pushed back a little bit, go all the way down to his feet. These flames start to lick along his armor and then coalesce into a fireball in the middle of his chest. And as he casts fireball, he disappears completely. He vanishes. And there's this like flash of light as the fireball is sent at the crocs. And I'm aiming at the middle one. Mm-hmm. Let's see. They all need to make a dexterity saving throw of 16, or they're going to take 8d6 fire damage.
Boom.
Quick, someone grab his ashes.
With their dexterity not at all available because they've got seaweed all around them, they roll completely terribly. They're going to fail, all three of them, this dexterity save with disadvantage. None was above an 8. That was the highest one. So
What a combo.
So they're going to take, each of them is going to take 31 damage.
Okay.
And as the fireball lands in the middle of these three crocs and explodes out into into flame, you see the water like steaming as it evaporates on contact with this intense flame, and the steam and the smoke start to kind of swirl and combine and then suck back into the boat. And there's another flash of light, and Konny is standing there again, but he's like a little uneven, kind of drops back onto one knee, and rests his hands on the sides of the boat.
Okay, good. First,
don't rock the boat.
You're going to first you're going to have to roll for wild magic because you are a wild magic sorcerer. So you if you roll a 1 on this d20, then you will have to roll on the wild magic surge table.
I rolled a 15, so there's no
15.
wild magic surge.
No wild magic surge.
Can I pitch a homebrew rule that I love for wild magic?
What's that?
Sure, yeah.
So I think as it's written, your chance to surge just scales up by 1, right? Like if you don't surge.
That, yeah. So if you, it's the rule is
spell,
always 1, but if every time you cast a spell, it goes up to like from 1 to 2.
I think it should double. So you get an exponential rise, and we're like destined to see at least a couple surges. that way because you could go a whole session without seeing him.
We're embracing the chaos here.
We'll keep the original that just like it goes up from 1 to 2, just because there might be extra things that might be happening.
Okay, you've got something cooking. That's cool. I'm just like, bring on the chaos.
Yeah.
Like,
Things haven't been.
This isn't enough.
Yeah.
Things have gone so smoothly.
I figured everything was going to be fine when I threw out the oil.
If he uses Tides of Chaos, then I can
That's
make
right.
him roll on the wild magic table without having to do it. So there are opportunities for that the wild
Love
magic
it.
to happen without just the 1. But we'll stay. Yeah, next time it'll be a 1 or 2.
And good job doing an explosive on a small boat. I love this.
This session's been so boring so far. I mean, we need to add some spice.
Konny, as you are reconstituting your body, with your age, it's been tough because you're not quite as control in some of your bodily functions and your magic. You just don't have the control you used to. So go ahead and give me the Constitution check saving
Roll for
throw.
bowel movement?
And you have you have disadvantage on Constitution check, so the DC is 12 here that you have
Oh,
to
boy.
hit, or you'll have an effect.
Okay, this
that
is what I was
happens
looking
to you.
for. This is the chaos.
All right, I got a 13 and a 20, so I barely avoided.
You barely come together and avoid any effects.
So if Malter could see, as Konny dropped to one knee and kind of grabbed the side of the boat to stabilize himself, Malter would have seen his hand like up to the kind of forearm flash, as if, and like for a moment, just for an instant, it looked like it was covered in pink feathers, and then it's back to his like normal hand, white robe covering it. As he lets out a breath, like as if he'd been holding his breath, he lets out this like deep exhalation, and like smoke and steam comes out of his mouth as he like puffs it out.
All right, whatever. Man's got feather arm, not my problem.
Gotta get off this river before I address that.
Aura and Dekks, did you guys have something you wanted to do for your turn?
I mean, I can use that water spell again, and I can use it in a much more functional, non-panicky way.
I will say you can tell that the crocodiles have been really affected by this, and
Okay.
you see that 100 feet away is kind of an exit for you, and so I would say you just passively, it looks like the crocs are going to have such a hard time with this.
Okay.
With this.
No one
effect.
in the boat is in any like we're distressed, but we're not like about
I mean, you're
to
like
fall
bleeding
out,
out
or,
with
like,
like
You are. You are.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
good
fine. Like we
point.
said,
I have
heal
7
yourself.
HP.
Yeah.
I should
Konny's
Heal
looking back
yourself.
at her like, Aura, heal yourself. I know you heal us first, which is very nice, but like you heal
Probably
yourself,
not.
okay?
Connie, she's kind of been off the healing thing, but I really think she should kind of make an exception in this instance.
It's
like
the
shit.
best time to do it, really.
should heal myself. Okay. Yeah, I heal myself for my turn.
Great.
All right. I'm gonna roll a 4th level.
Weird.
We're looking for a hotel soon, I think. While Aura is healing, Dex is raging. He's got danger sense. So Kyle, maybe you could dictate how much I could pick up specifically. But I feel like, especially with that like initial flash of light, Dex is near the front and paddling and looking forward. But I imagine he could turn around and maybe, catch Konny dissipating for a second. Like, how much of that could I pick up? Because I'm definitely trying to figure out what his deal is.
Oh, I would say he announced this. I'm gonna show you what I learned the past 30 years. That would have caught your attention. You're like, what is he about to do? And you would have really saw
Okay,
everything.
so I can get a
that
good
he
look,
would have
even
done.
though I'm like up front and paddling.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Dex is dropping the warlocks in the tree line theory now. The Eldritch Blast is still inexplicable, but I think it's just like some unpredictable magic here is kind of tipping him off. And well, we also haven't been shot from the tree line at any point. I think he's just gonna focus on powering ahead. Can I add any distance with like a athletics check as my action while I'm raging or something?
We'll keep the movement separate.
Okay.
We'll keep the movement separate. So, but yeah, Aura, how much healing did you get?
I got, I'm now at 30. I'm now at 30.
Okay.
20,
Cool.
23.
All right, that's pretty good.
All right, I'm just keeping us straight and narrow towards that little outlet we could get to safety.
Okay. Go. Everyone, give me that athletics check again. As you guys are paddling, trying to paddle together.
What did you say, Kyle? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm also sorry. Malter didn't do great on this one.
Okay, all right. I'm going to explain myself. I was just looking. I would glance down at D&D Beyond, and I realized Aura is immune to critical hits.
Oh.
How? with
I don't know. It's just in D&D Beyond. I don't know what it's from.
Might be an armor thing. We do all have some magic.
Oh, and
gear.
Aura's old age, though.
You have a magical armor.
I forgot.
You do have magical armor, don't you?
It's that oil. You totally took away the adamantine properties for a second.
Yeah. So we don't have to honor that. But I got that, and
Your old
I
age, you just
distracted.
forgot that you can't take criticals, but now you remember, which is good.
I was so frazzled. I was so frazzled in the moment. What am I rolling?
Athletics check to see if you guys can all go together.
Well, Malter got a big old fat 6 on his, so it's not looking good.
Konny rolled an 11.
I got a 9.
I got a 16.
Okay, so if anybody had gotten less than 10, then you only get 40 feet of movement speed. You get that 40 feet of movement speed, and you look behind and see the Crocs who have to quarter their 50 feet of movement speed. That goes down to 12.5, and I'm rounding that down. So they get 10 feet of movement.
Not 39 and a half, not 39 and a half feet.
Yeah. And you guys realize, okay, we're just going to continue forward. You or forward. The Crocs are trying to get through the swamp through the seaweed. They cannot. And you are able to make it to the tributary, and you get in there. Otana's like, whew, and he sits down with the oar on his lap as you guys get into this little bit narrower area of the river. And you look back and see the Crocs come, and they go to the edge of where that tributary starts, and they stop, and they look unwilling to continue forward. And you guys are cruising down the river once again in the calm of this moist jungle.
Boy.
Guys, that was my bad. That was my bad on that one.
No, that was a sort of a group effort on all of that going to shit right quick.
I'm just in this heavy armor, and I was in the water, and I was like freaking out. I just needed to get out of the water, and now I feel like it was crazy there for a second.
I don't know about group effort, because somebody threw the damn bug spray off of the boat before I could even get some of it. And then I stopped those crocodiles.
I just want to say that I think the mosquitoes were the least of our problems in that particular encounter.
Kind of squeezing the water out of his robes, like, we are in water, now water in us is all fun and games, Aura.
Okay. Well,
Oh, are you being sarcastic? I can't tell.
It's new thing I'm trying with jokes, yeah?
I'm sorry,
No?
it's just the accent sometimes, it doesn't, I can't read it. It's not you, it's a me thing, I'm sorry.
You're a bit waterlogged.
Yeah,
Kyle.
she shakes, like water just spills out of her armor.
So Kyle, I don't know how you want to do
falls
this, whether it's whether it's a history check or if it's something that we want to, I want to throw this out there. Konny's accent is new. It's not something he had when the party was with him before. And so it's like, this is like the voice he has is like, it sounds like the one you remember, but he definitely did not have this thick accent when you were working with him before.
I think Aura is definitely too self-conscious, so she's like, oh shit, I forgot about his accent. And so she's not addressing it because she's like, oh, I'm going to say something and it's going to be wrong.
yeah, at best, if I remember it all, I would just say to Dekks, like, what, is he trying to impress us or something? What the hell's with this voice he's doing? I don't get it.
He's always been a bit flashy, right? Explosions and all that.
Yeah, I guess. Did he always have feathers?
What?
You saw feathers?
Yeah. Hey, Konny, what the hell's with the feathers and the dumb voice?
Malter, everyone know you can't see anything. There are no feathers, and he's kind of rigidly crosses his hands, crosses chest, and says nothing.
All right, well,
Well, he can hear of all the things he can hear, and thought maybe I remembered something different, but I didn't want to say anything because I thought it was wrong, but now he said something, so I think it might be right.
He's and kind of scratches his head, like looking for an explanation.
If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine.
He's looking around like, maybe we fight more crocodiles instead, easier than explanation. But he finally looks around and he goes, tongue is not mine. Is different than original tongue. When body become magic, it sometimes not all come back right. And over.
Can anybody just like replace body parts? I mean, just like, I don't know if anybody knows a place to get some eyes. Not that I have a problem.
I can use a knee. You got an extra knee lying around.
And so by way of explanation, he drops. Konny has the seeming spell that is attached to his armor that is constant, and he can drop it at will. So by way of explanation, he raises his right hand, and the spell drops away, and it's a pink furry, like a pink feathery wing. Like there's no fingers. It's just like his arm is normal up until like halfway, like down his forearm, and then it just becomes a pink wing. And he kind of waves it around, and he goes, "It's wing now. It start at hand, and then cast too many spell, and now wing. And all parts of body, not all parts of body, but some parts of body are."
Did that tongue that
same.
you got teach you to lie and gaslight people, or what the hell is that about? Then telling me there's no feathers.
It's embarrassing. I sound like orcish grunt mercenary, and I have pink hand and other stuff. Maybe we talk about later. But
wait, hold on a second though. Where's the map that you were fumbling with?
Oh Jesus!
He's in bottom of boat, no? And he looks down.
Is it in the boat?
He's looking down at the bottom of the boat.
I'm going to roll a d20. If I hit a natural 20, then the map is there.
Come on.
Perfectly dry map.
That's a natural 8. There's no map.
Good.
It's all right. It wasn't real anyways. It's fine.
He's
how are we
missed,
supposed to
no?
get back?
You said he's missed.
I tap Goop Dang on the shoulder again. Goop Dang, Matt, and I just go like I'm just making a rectangle shape in the air, like.
Juba, scuba, we're gooba.
So I give him a thumbs up, like
And
we're good.
he holds up his hand, and you can see a small cove that this outlet is coming to. Has a muddy beachfront, and on the beachfront you see this like 10-foot tall structure that you can make out to be a brass cogwheel covered in vines. And he signals this way. He's like, no map need.
Oh, no map.
And,
Good.
Is he saying this is a good place to take a short rest?
We maybe do need to. Maybe we actually
you guys
do need to.
arrive. You guys
Perhaps a
arrive
long
at
rest.
the cove and get out of the boat and pull it ashore. And Oatana Gupdang is kind of striding forward toward a path, and he says, "Gutana de Mutaba," and he's like shrugging.
Okay, Mutaba, that way.
So Oatana is like motioning forward and would say this is the direction. If you want to take a short rest at this point, you could take a short rest.
I mean, I could use the HP.
So
How thick is the like jungle around us? Is it would it hide an approach?
so thick.
Okay.
I mean, you're looking around and it is so ridiculously overgrown in this area. It's like a miracle that there's even a beachfront where this mud is that you can even get onto.
So Konny, before we short rest, Konny is going to cast mage armor on himself because Lordy, did he forget that he had that? And he should probably protect himself. So he looks around, he's like, "This is good place for ambush, no clear sight line." And so he casts it on himself.
Okay.
That is a spell.
Sure
It
is.
lasts a long time, though. Oh, you mean because of the magic. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that is a spell. So you'll have to roll a wild magic on that.
So are we at one
So
or
there's a
one or
a
two?
One or
All
two.
right. 7.
7. So you save on that.
Okay.
And you do your reconstitution business every time you you do a spell, right? You become the magic for a second. So go ahead and give me that Constitution check with disadvantage. DC 12.
Uh-oh. We're not going to hit it. I got a 18 and a 4.
And a 4. I need you to roll a D20.
20.
A 20.
I rolled a 20.
You roll a natural 20 on this.
Yes, I did.
And you you reconstitute and you look to your side and you've reconstituted into 2 people. And you are standing next to yourself, feeling like the same person.
Is when he speaks, does it come out of both people?
It comes out of one person at a time, but it's like a hive mind that you have. So it's not like you don't need to have a conversation with yourself at this point. But yes, it is like you have duplicated yourself, essentially.
So Konny looks at himself and he goes, "This new."
Did my vision get worse? Because I'm seeing 4 all of a sudden. And that doesn't seem right.
Guys, this is only episode 1. We have to calm down.
Konny looks at himself. He's like looking in mirror. Do they mirror themselves? Do they like act independently?
You have full control of both you and this other creature. It's not
Holy
a mirror.
cow. Okay.
You have full, and this you will see how long this will last. 4. Yeah. So see how long
Does only one of them have mage armor, or do they both have mage armor?
They both have mage armor.
Hey, all right. There you
Both
go.
have mage armor.
Mage armor was smart, but I'm not sure if you need mirror image at this moment. We're just going to chill for a little bit.
I might need to what is it called? Prayer of healing and short rest. I got down to 7
roll.
HP. I'm not good.
I know. I wish I had a way to help heal you, but alas, I do not.
Well, Zaz left, and he's our only backup healer. So
I'll teach you how
so
to
your
rage.
hit dice, you have all of your hit dice, so
Right.
you can roll as many of them as you want. That should
I
be
think
pretty
even
good for a
with,
short
I
rest,
mean,
so.
I historically roll absolutely bonkers bad on my
Just roll well
hit
right
dice.
now.
Well,
Just
the hit
I
dice
think
still
what's-
get
Oh,
you
I have
your
a ton though.
modifier.
At
yeah,
level
we're
10.
level
Holy
10,
cow.
so we've got tons.
you get
Okay.
you get a
Yeah,
All
roll
right.
them all. Who
So-
cares?
Because you get half back, right? On a long rest, you get half back.
Is everybody done with their short rest? We don't have to. We can.
I need to do that.
Say we
Sure
can
does.
do
I'm
your short
just
rest.
making
and
sure
then-
I'm getting up to a decent
Rangers don't get any
HP, but
spells back or anything
yes.
on that, right?
I don't think so.
I think it's only warlocks that get spells, and that's all I've done. so-
Yeah.
I got my second wind back, but that's about it.
Oh, right.
I think the only slots I've used have been sorcerer spells. So I don't think
Just
I get any
pretend they
of those
were
back.
warlock spells, because you can use your warlock slots to cast them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can always use the first 2 warlock spells first, and then you get them back on a short rest.
Yeah.
True, you're right,
just,
you're right.
just say
So
you
if
did
you-
that.
Yeah.
You did it. You done did it. Your character would know that
done
and
did
how to
it.
do that.
All right, I'm
I
up to
also love that-
68 out of 73, and I used 1,
Hey.
2, 3, 4,
That's pretty
5,
good.
6 hit dice.
And you're all the way back. Yeah. Good.
I'm not quite all the way back. I'm 5 under my normal, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I love that Mav's heightening of old person ailment is wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah.
It's just
Session adventure 1 was you have bad vision and you have a bad knee, and session 2 is this guy
You
just
turned
kind of
into 2
explodes.
people?
yeah.
But it's like D&D old person. We were real life old people, and you're D&D old person.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. You all finish your short rest on the beach in this jungle, and Owatonna Guptang motions you forward further into the jungle along a path that is pretty well overgrown, but there is a small path there. And so you begin to travel down this narrow path through the hot, humid jungle, following your guide. And he begins to outpace you all a little bit. He's a little bit younger, spry.
Owen, slow down. Owen Toa. You just...
And he puts his hands up and stops. Dekks, you are lagging way behind the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my little cane sword just hobbling along through the jungle.
Konny's not that far ahead. Konny's not that far ahead of Dekks. Like you can tell he's actually like, now that you notice it, you haven't really seen Konny walk before. He's got a little bit of a limp.
These two fuckers, long strider. I've got it. Can I just cast it on him to make him speed up a little bit? Extra 10 feet.
Dekks has been yelling at Owen to make him fall back, and then he doesn't think he's being rude, but he thinks he's giving advice. But he's telling Owen that his generation, everyone has blue hair, and they're all stuck on their sending phones, and
you're
that
calling
sort of
him his
thing.
wrong name.
Yeah, it just like
no, his name is Owen now.
Trying to catch up.
His newfangled name, we have no time for it. Owen is name now.
Listen to Andy, okay? His name is Owen.
Atana Goop Day.
Well, now I don't want to say it.
So, Dekks, you took a rage. You did a rage. Did you take a point of exhaustion after that rage?
Yeah, he's really trying to, not show it. He's an old man with an ego like every boomer, but he's got disadvantage on ability checks right now at 1 level. And, even any rage is now going to just slow him down further. So, during that short rest, he was definitely just in a seated, laid-back position, unmoving for 20 minutes, despite only taking like 10 damage.
Atana slows down with you guys and walks at a slower pace as you go through the jungle. Soon Atana kind of like walks out into an opening, and you hear him say, "Gutaba de Mutaba." And you walk into a clearing, and you see a tall bronze temple decorated by large gears, pistons, and cogwheels, all overgrown with moss and vines. Inset in a large central spire is a large clock face that shows the current time. Atana Gupdang holds out his hand outward and says, "Temple."
You see that, Dekks? That's how they used to build them. They're just big gears and pistons anybody can make out. None of this magic hoopla, holding it together.
Need no floating platforms or any of that shit.
They don't make them like they used to.
I don't. If they built this today, it wouldn't last 10 years. How long has this been out in this jungle? Just perfectly fine.
I mean, how old is this map? Well, we don't have the map anymore. The map looked real old.
Yeah, it was probably worth something. It's a damn shame it fell in the water, huh?
I told him it was worth something.
You can't give anything to bird hands over here and expect him to hold on to it.
I didn't know he was bird hands at the time.
Listen, Owen say map not necessary. We fine. I pay you for map later. How much you buy for it?
Owen says the map's not necessary because it doesn't lead to anything, all right? It's a myth. We're following a myth.
Well,
speaking of myth, what myth we chasing now?
The
we go into jungle and I go
we want to be young
forever.
We want to be young forever. I assume it makes us young. I mean, I don't want to live like this forever.
I don't want to be anything with you people forever. I just have to say.
We don't
it's the fountain of youth, and it's very important that we find it, all right? Because my knee's not doing so great.
Yeah. But you just said it was a myth.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Well,
fantasy thing that's on a treasure map, and it heals you and makes you better. Of course it's a myth.
But, so you want it, though? You still want to just see?
Yeah.
Me thinking this is not so internally consistent, Dekks. And the other Constantine, the second Konny goes...
I don't like that second one of you nodding over your shoulder. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like when you nod either. Use language for those of us who can't interpret that.
I do want to say, if we make any group decisions, I do think it would be unfair for Konny to get 2 votes. I think 1 vote for the Connies.
So the Connies look at each other and they kind of shrug, and then they do rock, paper, scissors to figure out which one of them will vote.
And they're just perpetually doing the same one
over and over again.
Rock and paper, yep.
Shit.
I think it's fair. We don't let Malter's little bird in his pocket that he keeps around sometimes vote. So
Malter, you still have bird?
Of course, I'm wonderful with animals. They find me charming.
Konny. They're only things that find you charming, is true. But I am surprised birds still live.
Konny, it's a different bird. It's not the same bird.
He just circles through birds.
Bird seed, just attracting any random bird.
There's probably like 10 dead birds in cages at his house. I mean, he just leaves them there. Just takes whichever one fits his fancy at the time.
This got dark very quickly.
I pay someone to feed my birds, I think.
Okay, but was it a person or a broom?
It was Zaz.
That's
Oh,
right.
was it
Zaz is
Zaz?
feeding them. That must be where he is. He's feeding my birds. That's right.
You
Okay.
trust Zaz alone in house with things, valuable things, money, anything like that? With same Zaz, yes? We talk about same Zaz?
The good news
Yeah,
is, Andy, I don't have anything valuable to my name. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here looking for the goddamn Fountain of Youth with you people.
Speaking of, let's find it. All right, what's with this temple?
You approach the temple and you step into a large open courtyard. On the ground are large intricate engravings of different animals, and this courtyard is not overgrown at all. There's no moss, no vines over it. It's almost pristine. You see different animals on the ground kind of as engravings. A giant squid, a dragon, a fierce dinosaur with long sharp teeth and a spine that looks like a fan. In the center of the courtyard is a 5-foot wide disc on the ground. Surrounding the disc is an engraving of a long serpentine creature that resembles a cross between a centipede and a crocodile. At the front of the temple is a huge brass double door which appears to have been sealed for a very long time.
I knock on it.
Good idea.
You knock on the door. Dong 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 dong. No response. Nothing.
Hello? Is anybody in there?
No response.
Or maybe in place we've never been to before, not invite obvious enemies to come ambush, like maybe keep it down a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, Goop Dang, what should we do?
And he points to the disc in the middle. Skirabbit.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, let's look at this disc.
Newfangled
Rubbing my
technology.
hands on it just to try to get a good feel
You know,
for it.
Dekks, I do, I commiserate with you with this newfangled generation, but I think this is actually old.
Are you sure?
I think
It
we're in the
feels
middle
pristine.
of nowhere.
So,
Yeah.
so you are touching it, right? You're rubbing your hands
I
on it.
suppose
Yep.
so. That's the best way to see it. Yeah.
All over it.
Poking it with my cane.
So Malter, you are on it and touching it, and you're basically in the disc, and it starts to outline and light up, and the light spreads throughout the engravings in the courtyard and up to the temple, and above the door a large oval or circular panel opens, revealing a large, above the door a large oval panel opens, revealing a large fleshy mouth with big luscious lips. Dozens of other small panels open up around the front of the temple as well, each revealing a single eyeball. Who presents themselves before the temple of Primus?
Can I do a history check? Do I know what Primus means?
You can do a history check, sure.
All right.
While she thinks, my name's Malter.
Malter, to enter the temple, you must prove your worth. A test of your knowledge.
Oh, shit.
If it is the spring equinox at 3:15 p.m., how many hours until 11:30 a.m. on Kythorn 6, the summer solar? Do you know the Muffin Man?
Good luck, mate.
Please, Muffin.
Do we just say yes? Should we just know him?
I know a Muffin
Yes,
Man.
I do know the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
Yes, the Muffin Man.
Where does he live?
The one, let's see. Am I allowed to answer this?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
He lives on Drury Lane.
Correct. A lot of the gears start to turn on the front side of the temple. A piston moves, and the light kind of changes a little bit, and the eyes kind of look to all the rest of you three.
I'm winning.
And looks to Aura. You there, female?
That's a little reductive.
I'm in
Oh,
armor.
you're right.
How can you
This
even
place
tell?
is ancient.
I have short hair and armor. How do you know I'm a girl?
Step forward and prove your worth.
I did get a 22 on my history check.
Okay. Primus, you have heard about vaguely, maybe. I mean, you've heard about this deity that exists, god of mechanical beings that are worshipped by other mechanical beings on a faraway land. You know, it's not much that you get from that.
Okay.
But not much that you would know other than that.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, sure. I step up. What do you got?
The square root of 4096 divided by the 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice.
See how they run.
Yeah, you see how they run.
They all ran off after the farmer's wife.
Oh.
I really should have gotten the first one. I don't know this nursery.
So do you?
Roll another history check. See if you know 3 blind
Can
mice.
I roll a history check?
You can roll. I'll let you roll a history check, but you have to roll.
Okay.
You have to roll a 17
All right.
Connie's humming to us like 3.
because you're so old. It's been so long since you've heard any of these nursery
See
rhymes.
how they go. See how they run.
At least it's playing the classics.
I'm not sure next line.
You didn't get it.
I did not get it.
What was your roll?
I rolled an 8.
Something about the kitchen knife.
Yeah, do something with knife. That's good.
I
All right.
did.
Yeah, the farmer's
Knife.
wife.
I
Don't
scat
have-
like our guys. Scooby
Like
Doo
Owens.
knife.
Incorrect.
Aura, that's really offensive.
I don't know what else to do.
A spire rises up in the floor, hitting you with a blast of frost.
Oh.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. Disadvantage.
That's a 7. I
7?
fell down.
You will fall, Kyle.
Oh no!
You are gonna take 10 points of cold damage,
Alright.
and you get blasted down. And you're able to get back up.
Great Primus, can you please give her one about Humpty Dumpty? She's familiar more with that.
I am more familiar with that.
Who is next?
So the Connies kind of look at each other, like offering each other the way, like, no, you after you. You. And eventually, one of them steps up, and then the other one is like, fine. And so they both step up at the same time.
If it is 8 a.m. in Baldur's Gate, and you travel 500 miles north on horseback, what city will you arrive in? And what time will you
I know this one, damn it.
black sheep, have you any wool?
Kind of look at each other like, yes, sir, 3 bags full.
One for the...
Master,
One for the...
dame,
One for the...
little boy who lives down the lane, and they're like slapping each other, like dancing back and forth.
Black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Correct. And you see the gears turn and the pistons move.
The Connies do the Top Gun high five, like up and down. Just
I'm picturing them doing the Rasputin dance too. Just
You there, step forward.
oi.
If 1 equals 3, and 2 equals 3, and 3 equals 5, 4 equal... The itsy bitsy intellect devourer went up the spinal canal.
Down came the brain plasma and washed the intellect devourer out.
Out came the mind flare and drained out all the flowing brain solution.
And that was really bad for him because he wants it. I'm like looking around like,
Dekks, he goes up spinal column again, though.
Dried up all
And
the
it goes-
out came.
Again, again.
Yeah, and then the devourer went up the spinal cord again.
okay, Primus, you switched it up. You made it thematic, but now you got to go back up top to the brain, right up the stem.
Correct. The gears turn again and the pistons move, and you look around and look for Owatonna Guptang, and he's not there anymore. The mouth speaks. You have answered 3 out of 4 questions correctly. You have failed. The Guardian will be activated. Prepare for death.
What about second Konny?
Second Konny should
we
get
have
my
5
turn.
people. So we should get another question to get 4
Second
right.
Konny I don't count. They count.
The eyes did not
Connie
seem
turns around and
She
deceived by
doesn't
the
count for
double
us. She's
person.
not part of
Yeah, she's just a
I barely do
female
anything.
according
All I
to
do
you.
is heal. It's fine.
Connie turns around like, oh, wait. I only 1 vote, but 2 questions? I'm carrying you on back now. How's that fair?
You make a good point, but it's not the time.
The oval panels close around the mouth and eyes. The ground beneath you rumbles as all the gears and clockwork devices around the temple start to rotate. The engraving of the large serpentine creature surrounding the central disc starts to click upwards in multiple segments. A large tail swirls around Dekks, and this huge clockwork construct that resembles a cross between a centipede and a crocodile opens its large mouth with lightning traveling through its teeth and looks down at Dekks. And everyone roll for initiative!
Oh, shit.
Guys, I apologize that I have a bad memory for childhood nursery rhyme.
It's okay. I don't know that.
I
don't know
felt
it
so
either.
good about remembering
I
the
don't
first line.
remember 3
and then-
blind mice either, at all.
No, I
Nothing.
didn't remember it. If I'd had the gingerbread man, we'd been in because I've seen Shrek a million times.
Okay, one.
I want to say this is a perfect moment. We were watching Legends of the Hidden Temple earlier today, so this is really feels on point for Olmec here giving us the
Being
questions.
thrown a kid's nursery rhyme in the middle of this temple challenge.
Let's get those initiative rolls. Malter.
I rolled a 5 for a 13 because I have hella addition to this initiative.
That is pretty good.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Dex got a nat 20 for a 23.
Nice.
Damn.
Still got advantage on that roll. Oh, I guess I got neutral, so it's still a crit.
So Connie 1 got a 10, and Connie 2 got a 3. So I have to roll off with Brooke, I believe.
Oh wait, what
Okay.
did Brooke get? Brooke got a.
I also got a 10, so Connie 1 and I are rolling off.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, well, are we doing Dex or on the die for the roll off?
Go ahead and do just another initiative roll.
All right, that'd be
And
16
see.
for me.
I got a 2, so that's easy math.
Okay.
All right.
So Brooke will go before me.
And the other one was a 3. Sorry.
Correct.
on your-
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think puts you, next to yourself if the enemy doesn't split us. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Dex, you look up at this giant clockwork construct, this long, huge construct that is a cross between the centipede and a crocodile. Its mouth has lightning kind of coming in around its teeth, and it's looking down at you, and it is your turn first.
Making me look foolish during a riddled nursery rhyme. Fighting is what I can do, so I'm gonna go into another rage.
Great. One thing you all can see at this point with this construct, you see all of its complex arrangement of its workings, and if you have the ability to use a thieves' tools, of course it says tooltip not found for the other one, but if you would have the ability to use. Okay, I have to look it up now because there's 2 tools that you can use for this, and
If only the Marquis was here.
Hey, good news is
Okay.
Malter's got thieves' tools proficiency, baby. So
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
picked it up in time
as a-
prison.
How'd you get that as a ranger?
Honestly, I think I took the criminal background for the time prison thing, and that's where it probably came
Gotcha.
from.
Well, I have no tools proficiencies.
So if
we'll
you have,
that.
oh yeah, this is really random. So so you can see the complex workings, and you could see that you could go up and make a check to try and disrupt those workings with either jeweler's tools or thieves' tools, and that would probably do something to it more than just damage, or more than just damage. So, Dex, you look up at this construct. What would you like to do?
I think I'd probably relay that to Malter and just let him know it's a little bit more mechanical construct than it is beast or monster. But there's truly nothing about that changes Dekks' mind. So he will, he's in a rage, and the cane he's been hobbling around on turns into a sword and then is engulfed and flamed, and off his back with his other hand he pulls out this shiny scimitar and brandishes both blades. He's just going to attack with the cane sword for now, and I will attack recklessly for advantage so I can farm some crits, but first hit's a 21. Is it a hit?
21 will hit.
Sweet. That's going to be... Oh, forgot my rage damage. 10 slashing for 12 slashing for fire.
Okay, so that's 16 total.
Second swing is a 19 to hit.
And that will hit.
Sweet. That's going to be 12 slashing again and 8 fire. And its speed is reduced by 10 if that matters.
Okay.
And I don't think I got anything. Oh, my bonus action was rage, so that's all for me.
Okay. This giant construct looks down at you and tries to constrict you, and so tries to wrap its mechanical body around you, and that is going to be a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
And you take 16 bludgeoning damage. That's going to be half because you're raging. Plus 12 slashing damage as the claws rip at you as it is trying to constrict you. So 12 half down to 6 for you.
Okay.
And you are grappled. You are grappled, and it has another attack. It uses its bite attack, and it is going to try and swoop down onto you and bite you for an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And you will be taking...
What's your AC?
Mine? 16.
Yeah.
You will be taking 31 points of piercing damage.
Ooh,
Rolled
okay.
insanely well on that damage. But that is 31 halved for you, because you're raging.
Whew.
Down to 15.
It's
And-
good thing he attacks tank.
And it
I can
bites
take
you.
it.
And any creature that it is grappling, that it bites against, it gets to swallow. And so it picks you up and swallows you whole, and you are now inside of this beast. While you are swallowed, you are blinded and restrained, and you have cover from anything that would happen outside of the beast, outside of the construct. And you can feel the acid inside of this stomach, this weird stomach of this construct, maybe affecting you, but not yet.
All right.
And that is its turn.
About to Drax the shit out of it.
Malter, you're up.
Why the hell is everybody getting eaten today? I don't understand.
Dex's
I didn't
explanation.
get eaten, I just got clamped. I got clamped down. All right. There's a difference.
Dex trying to narrate the mechanical elements is just immediately cut off as he's swallowed. He's like, it's got that little...
Wow, I how far away am I from this thing?
You are, so you're close. You can get there with a turn. You're 15 feet away from it.
Hell yeah. Well, as I'm walking up to it, I'm gonna say, hey, you ugly big lump of metal. Does it turn to look at me?
It's, sure. Yeah, it looks at you.
Okay, great.
I know that's
No,
probably important for something. but
only
yes,
so I can yell out to Konny, I think this one might understand you if you try to give it an order. And then I would like to, I've got Thieves' Tool proficiency. As I get up to it, I'd like to see if I can hamper it in some way, I guess.
You do an insight check on me, real quick.
Okay.
On that, it looking at you.
Okay, fair enough.
Malter flips down his extra pair of glasses like that Pixar short guy.
Yeah.
Just to...
Let me hit you with a solid 25 on that insight check.
It was looking around because it heard a noise. It doesn't look like it was comprehending necessarily what you were saying.
Either way, I want to do this. How do I do this? How do I do thieves tools? It.
Thieves tools.
Me, thieves tool. It. What do?
So yes, go ahead and go up to it and make a dexterity check against it.
Okay.
And that is using your thieves tools, so it's a dexterity plus your proficiency of the thieves tools.
Thank.
The
And our
DC on
proficiency is
this.
+4. Okay.
What is the DC?
The DC is 14.
Okay, well. Ooh, baby. How's a 21 do for you?
21. You
I'm dexterous as
disable.
hell, man.
So you are able to disable part of the inner workings of this massive construct. It takes 15 bludgeoning damage. Its components are starting to grind, and you see the lightning in its teeth go out.
Okay. Don't worry, Dex. It's not going to electrocute you anymore. Cool. And then bonus action.
That would be yeah.
Yeah, bonus action. I'm trying to decide if I want to waste a Hunter's Mark. I think I will, just in case. Use Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
You said it's casting lightning damage, Kyle?
It hasn't
it's
used any
using-
light. It hasn't done any lightning damage to. It didn't do any lightning damage to Dekks. It had lightning in its mouth that was like shooting back and forth this electrical static charge, and that as Malter disabled part of it, that lightning went out.
Okay.
I don't know how I can eat him with lightning in his mouth and not shock him, but hey, that's lucky. I think that's it for me. Hunter's Mark is just for when I attack it. It will do extra damage if I do, basically.
Okay.
So,
Aura, you are up.
Okay, so we're attacking a construct. Is it like, can you give me like a visual of what we're attacking? Like, I guess I imagine we walked up to like a temple and it just like had like a mouth. So like, are we attacking a temple or are we attacking like a?
Oh no, it's like a big serpentine creature that is really long. Like think like an axolotl, but longer, and
Okay.
with a bunch of legs. Like
Right, because you said it's
2,
like
4,
a
6,
crocodile
8, 10,
meets
12,
like a centipede.
20 legs. It's got like
Okay.
that centipede look, and then the head of it is this long crocodile like head with these big teeth, and it's wrapped around, or it was wrapped around Dekks for a moment, constricting him, and then had swallowed him.
swallowing someone is kind of like being wrapped around them, just like
Yeah.
their inside.
So,
Wrapped
okay.
around.
I don't want to damage the creature and then potentially damage Dekks.
He will have total cover when he's inside of it from any effects.
Even if it's a
inside.
spell?
Yeah. So I guess
Cast heat metal.
Maybe.
I mean, I have shocking grasp. Is it metal?
Yes, it's made of metal.
Oh,
metal.
I cast shocking grasp then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna upcast it to a first level because it's normally a cantrip. The rules as written is if it's wearing armor made of metal, it does the save at a disadvantage. So I assume if this thing is literally made of metal, it will do it at a disadvantage.
Cool. Which
so
save?
it is a. Oh, I'm sorry. This one is an attack. Okay.
Well,
Shocking grasp is? Okay.
Yes, shocking grasp is just a melee spelled melee attack. So that's a 15 to hit.
A 15 misses.
Okay.
What was the disadvantage on save? Is it you had to attack it first and then? it
Well,
would do
I
that,
thought
or-
shocking grasp had a thing where it was like you
you
had
have advantage
disadvantage
on the attack roll if the
Oh, well,
target
then I
is
need to
wearing
roll again.
armor
Yeah,
made
yeah,
of
yeah.
metal.
Oh, okay, that's an 18.
An 18 hits.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
So
Connie's watching very closely to see what happens.
that's 2d8 lightning damage. So that is 9 lightning damage because I was just at first level.
Okay. The shocking grasp hits it, and the lightning travels around the entire construct. Doesn't seem to do anything.
Kind of
Okay.
makes sense. It had lightning in its mouth.
I know. I just thought if it's made of metal. All right. Okay. Well, that's
Did
my
it
dang
forget
turn.
that it's immune? Because sometimes people forget things they're immune to, and then it doesn't count. So
It's
maybe it
really
forgot?
easy to do that. Roll for remembering.
Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Konny, one of the Connies. It is your turn.
Konny number 1 looks over and goes, "You not heal, you hit now, but now you no hit." And then the second Konny you can see behind him is just like shaking his head. Konny number 1, 2 questions for you, Kyle. This arena, it's roughly circular that we're in?
You are in a square
it...
courtyard.
Okay.
The dimensions are 80 foot by 80 feet. Okay.
So Konny number 1 is gonna. How far away is Konny number 1 from this construct?
You are. If you guys are standing next to each other, you're 15 feet away from it.
Okay. Konny number 1 is gonna move his full movement speed 30 feet away, put some distance between himself and it, but at a diagonal so that he's got a clear line of sight between the construct without having any of his other party members between him and it. So that puts him 45 feet away. He is going to expend a sorcery point to cast Distance Spell. So you can expend 1 sorcery point to double the range of the spell. So while this spell he's about to cast would normally have a range of 30 feet, it now has 60 feet, which means he can hit from where he is 45 feet away. And he is going to cast Agnazar's Scorcher at a 3rd level.
What's that?
What the hell?
Agnazar's Scorcher is a line of roaring flame 30 feet long and 5 feet wide, emanates from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes, this will be 48 damage because he's casting at a 3rd level. On a failed save, half as much on a successful one. So he needs to hit a 16 Dekks saving throw.
He hits a natural 16.
All right, well, he's going to take half damage. Konny number 1, evaporates into this line of fire that roars out from where he was, striking the beast, but only half striking it, and then reconstitutes back to himself. Okay. And that's going to be 8 damage. So 16 damage halved to 8.
8 damage, okay. Go ahead and roll for wild magic on that.
16.
And so you do not have a wild magic surge. As your Konny does that fire attack, it reconstitutes into your other form, and you are back to 1 person.
Okay. Konny 2.
Does that undo his movement then? He's back where he started, where the other one was?
Do I reconstitute back into Konny 2? Okay, so Konny 2 is now the only Konny.
Yep. Now the only Konny is back 15 feet away from the construct.
Okay.
And it is Konny 2's turn. So you are Konny now. You are 1 Konny.
We are all 1 Konny here.
Alpha Konny.
And it is your turn.
Konny Prime.
And your wild magic will be up to 4 for that next one. Yeah,
okay. Konny is again going to back off. He's going to back off 15 feet this time. And he's going to hit this thing with a Ray of Frost. Because he's going to try to slow it down and make sure it doesn't come after him. So we're in 26 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
And that is 5 cold damage. Grinding those gears, throwing some ice in the gears. That's going to reduce that construct's speed by 10 feet.
And it already was down 10 feet from.
That's already down.
Make it
so
real
it's
slow.
Down 20 feet. And is that a cantrip that you have?
That is a cantrip, yeah, okay. Correct.
So that's a cantrip. And anything else for your turn?
No, I don't think so. I'm looking through my bonus actions right now to make sure. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, Dekks, you are inside the belly of the beast. You are restrained and blinded.
Oh, wow.
And
what does it feel like to be Malter?
Even though his sword's on fire? Is there any light from that? From his sword being on fire, his cane. I don't know if he can see anything because of that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the sword, but it's the stomach isn't very large, so there's not a whole lot to see in there, you know.
Okay.
Blinded from anything outside for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, you can see a little
naturally.
bit in there.
Just if it's like a cave that he can see in there with like a little match.
Sure,
you
yes,
know? Yeah.
yes, that's how it is. But
See
it's
the
like
constricting stomach of this creature. Well, that's lovely. I think the idea of, well, mechanically, if you're restrained, you have 0 feet of movement. I think restriction is a bit different than just being slow, but I feel like all the same, this is a good way to irritate Dekks, and he's just gonna, like I said, just drax him from the inside and start poking at the walls, and you know, whatever kind of movement he can get, he's attacking with disadvantage, so I'll reckless to cancel that out and just take a couple swings.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, rolling normally, unfortunately. But that's a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Got this.
Ooh! How did I just do so much damage? I don't know what caused my... Oh yeah, I just do a lot of damage with my flaming cane sword. I just haven't been rolling as well as I thought. Okay, that's 11 slashing with the rage damage
Okay.
and 12 fire damage.
Nice.
Okay. So that's to 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second attack is a crit.
Yo, let's go.
You don't even need
Alright.
advantage. Look at you go.
This is
Right,
Dex's
that
whole
was-
thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I got 3 levels of champion fighter to fish for crits, and I hit one.
Believe in the build, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. Ooh, not even the biggest damage, but we're gonna be happy about it. 17 slashing plus 10 fire damage.
Go.
27.
I'll take
50
that.
damage
I'll take
on
that.
turn.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
there.
Jesus
I'll take that
Christ.
while restrained.
You slash once, you slash twice with your 2 swords. Any creature that is swallowed and does 30 damage or more on a single turn to the construct has to make a Constitution saving throw to see if it will keep you
Throw 'em
inside of
up.
its gut.
Throw him up.
And so
Fine.
the
Spit me out, you
saving throw,
bloody
it has to hit
metal
a
lizard.
14, and it rolled a natural 19. And it keeps you inside.
Ah,
It's all right.
It is the construct's turn, and you will be taking acid damage at the beginning of this turn.
Ooh.
And you feel the acid start to corrode you, and you take 19 points of acid damage.
Okay.
A lot.
I'm at 50 out of 101.
Oof.
The,
Construct make mistake and swallow only guy who has to be right next to him to hit him.
I definitely prefer if my enemies are not moving or running away.
it is going to use this constrict attack against the person standing next to him that had just messed with all its gears, Malter. That is a 29 to hit on the
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
not a crit.
Look out.
Good lord.
It constricts you. You are grappled. You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Tight.
it can't grapple inside and outside. That's just not fair.
How dare it?
And 22 points of slashing damage as it slashes you.
Nice.
You are grappled.
Oh, shit. Ow.
And, and you are grappled and you are restrained. And because you are restrained, hold on, just double checking that it can grapple while have somebody in it. Yeah, it
could
can only
hug
have one
someone
swallowed at a time. but it
Right
can
after
still
I ate a
grapple.
hot dog, so I imagine it could grapple you.
And you are restrained, meaning it has advantage on a bite attack against you.
Tight.
And it rolled a 29 to hit on the bite attack
Yeah, it fucking got me.
Good lord.
for 25 points of piercing damage.
Almost dead.
Jesus.
No,
Christ.
are you down?
No, I have 13 out of 84 now, though. He
Okay.
just fucking nuked me.
And you are
right.
wrapped up in the coils of this beast, this construct, and it has bitten you. And that is its turn. Malter, you are up.
Great. Well, luckily I made all my concentration saving throws. There were a 17, an 18, and a 19 on those, which would be more
Nice.
than half of any of those attacks. But all right, so I've still got Hunter's Mark on it. I can fucking shoot this thing, right?
You would be at disadvantage.
Okay, because I'm grappled by it, I'll be at disadvantage.
You're restrained. Yeah, grappled and restrained. So
okay, I don't have a way to offset that. Can I try to do that same shit with the? Can I do anything more to it with the thieves' tools? Do I have any sense of if it could be further deactivated?
You feel like the main effect that it had was the lightning effect. You could continue to do damage to it that way, but it wouldn't.
I did so much to kind of nerf it, guys. It only did like 60 damage.
I'd just rather.
You don't know
not,
what it stopped. But
I don't want to know what the other feature was.
Well, I'm gonna take some disadvantage, I guess, shots at this fucking thing because I've got plus 11 to hit anyway. So, okay, the first one's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That hits? That's with disadvantage?
Well, I rolled a 17 and a 15, so...
Let's go. See, we got our own tricks.
Exactly. All right, so that's a D10 plus 5 plus a D6 of cold, and then another D6 from the Hunter's Mark. So 16 damage total, 5 of which is cold damage. Second one to hit is a 25 to hit.
Yes, it will hit.
All right, hell yeah.
Disadvantage doesn't...
I know, I rolled a 14 and a 16 that
awesome.
time. It's just really working out for me right now. Okay, 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 2 is 6. 18 plus... Oh, I rolled 6s on both of those D6s, so that is 24 damage from that second shot from my crossbow.
You have ripped a couple heavy crossbow bolts into this construct, and it is severely damaged at this point. Anything else for your turn?
No, there's nothing else that Malter's got for now.
All right, you're up.
All right. You said severely damaged. How bad is it looking overall with all this damage combined?
It's looking like 10% left of its original form.
All
It's
right,
wobbly.
all right.
Yeah.
I've not been keeping track enough of health to know how much that is, but I have a fancy little thing called Channel Divinity, Destructive Wrath, where I can, instead of rolling for damage, just take maximum damage if it is lightning or thunder. And I know it is immune to lightning, so guess what? I'm choosing thunder.
Okay, you can choose to do it after you hit with something.
Okay, I will try and hit first.
So
then.
you can
Please don't be immune to thunder. Please don't be immune to thunder.
Please don't be immune to thunder, please. It's like my whole character's thing. Okay. If it's real hurt, I'm just gonna go for a 3rd level, and I'm gonna go shatter, thunder damage, a con save. My spell save DC is a 17.
I think Shatter does have something about things being made out of metal or metal.
It
things, I
does.
think.
So it says if a creature is made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal, it has disadvantage on the save.
Okay. It's a Constitution.
It is at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, it gets an 8.
Okay.
Nice.
So it takes, I'm going to go ahead and use that Channel Divinity. It's going to take maximum damage, which is 4d8. So 32 thunder damage.
32 thunder damage.
Nice.
Boom! Dekks.
Or is done. This is done now. Thank you.
Dekks, you are inside this beast that hit you with acid damage, and all of a sudden, it is gone. And you were just standing in the middle of this courtyard as this giant construct has exploded from this from Aura's shatter. Pieces of metal are flying into the jungle. There is nothing left in the middle of this courtyard. And all is quiet for a moment, and the large bronze double door on the front of the temple slides open. From a bush, Owatonna Goopdang pops his head out. Behirama Gaba? Behirama Gaba, Behirama Gaba, Gutaba de Mutaba Bupada! The jungle around you starts to move with activity as an entire tribe of jungle people rush out, all yelling, Gutaba de Mutaba Butaba, Bupada, Bupada! And nearly all of them are sprinting toward the temple door. However, you see 6 jungle people sprinting directly at you, holding a giant 50 feet by 50 feet net over their heads, directly toward you, and that is where we're gonna stop tonight.
It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. Konny must be hiding somewhere because I only see one of him, so they're not going to get us all.
Save us, second Konny.
Save us, Konny, too.
Konny was actually, he looked at Konny 2 like, was very good spell, and then realizes Konny 2 isn't there and is like, oh.
Thank you to all the players here tonight playing this crazy adventure so far. All of your socials, all of their socials can be found in the description of the video. If you like our podcast, give us some good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord. We'd love to hear with you. We chat about all sorts of D&D things in there. Thank you to Zaezar for the artwork. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for the music. AKA Zaz. Did Zaz create the music? Is it? I mean, like, Tyler created it.
Way too good
Zaz
for
is a
Zaz to
bard.
have done it.
So,
I think the lines are blurred there, you know?
but yes, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.